Good morning, students. In continuation with the last video, today we will study about remaining part of sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Now first of all, let us recall our previous knowledge that what is pollination, what are the different types of pollination. So pollination is transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma, and there are two different types of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Very important topic is fertilization. So now we will discuss about fertilization. In general, fertilization is fusion of male gamete and female gamete. There are two different types of fertilization: internal fertilization and external fertilization. Internal fertilization takes place inside the body, for example human being, dog, cat, whereas external fertilization takes place outside the body, that for example fish, frog, etc. Fertilization in flowering plant. It is the process of fusion of male germ cells produced by pollen grain with the female gametes present in the ovule. It gives rise to a zygote. It means product of fertilization is zygote, which is capable of growing into a new plant. Pollination is followed by fertilization. The pollen tube grows out of the pollen grain, travels through the style and finally reaches the ovary. Thus, after the pollen lands on a suitable stigma, it reaches the female germ cell in the ovary through the pollen tube. The fertilization in the flowering plant is shown with the help of diagram. See the diagram. Diagram showing fertilization in flower और germination of pollen on stigma. पॉलिनेशन के बाद पॉलन ग्रेन स्टिग्मा पे आके स्टिक होते हैं और जैसे ही इनको फेवरेबल कंडीशन मिलती है ये एक ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बनाते हैं एंड दिस ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इज़ नोन एज पॉलन ट्यूब. और इस ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर के थ्रू मेल जर्म सेल फीमेल जर्म सेल के साथ फ्यूज़ करता है और जाइगोट का फॉर्मेशन होता है. जाइगोट कई बार डिवाइड होता है एंड डिवीज़न के बाद एम्ब्रियो का फॉर्मेशन होता है. ओव्यूल विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू सीड एंड ओवरी विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू फ्रूट. दिस डायग्राम इज अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. फर्टिलाइजेशन इन फ्लावर. After fertilization, the zygote divides many times and forms an embryo within the ovule. This ovule then develops a tough coat and gets converted into seed. The ovary rapidly grows and ripens as fruit. So what is germination process? The seed contains the future embryo that develops into a seedling under suitable conditions. This process is known as germination. Finally, now we are able to understand the correct sequence of events of sexual reproduction in flower: pollination, fertilization, zygote, embryo, ovule will be converted into seed and ovary will be converted into fruit. In the next video, we will study about sexual reproduction in human being. Thank you.